Good evening. Welcome to Grumps Grotto. We're going to get going tonight. We're already in progress, it appears. So let's get to it. Yeah, yeah. Make sure I. As soon as I get everything figured out, we're having a little bit of, what's my favorite thing here?
Another technical problem with the computer.
There we are. But anyway, we're officially doing the Ask a Satanist now, so if anybody's got any questions, I've been trying to talk with Canny here a little bit about it, and Canny doesn't think that we should be using Satanists, but that's okay. I can understand where you're coming from. Okay? Canny?
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I was just trying to understand your point of view. I'm not trying to argue or like be offensive
Yeah.
towards you or Satanists, but it's really like unnecessary because this is not the first time humans are trying to be against the Abrahamic religions. That happened a long time ago in Europe when they were forcing the Vatican religion in every single country in Europe, and they hated that. They were hating Jews and Christians and Muslims because there was a huge war there, but they didn't call themselves Satanists. I mean, you can be against that type of belief and all this crap that is going on in America, especially the Christians, because they are so harmful to our society in general, because they are indoctrinating children. So if we have to mandatorily read the Bible, we should read the Torah and the Quran and all the books, not only one book, but all of the books.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, is that we're actually against all organized religions. So, but if it's good for you, if it's good for a person to be in it, we don't have any problem with them being in it. It's just when they start trying to shove it down our throats through different means. Oops, that was crazy. Let's just flip myself around. There we go.
Are you in the US?
Yes, I am in the United States.
May I ask which state?
Why not?
Like in the South? Like, are
If
you
you
in the
want to,
Bible Belt?
if anybody looks me up on Discord, they'll find out where I'm from if they've got intelligence. I'm from Nebraska. I'm at the top of the Bible Belt.
Oh, okay. Just asking to have a little bit of context because I know it really depends on where you're living because there's not a lot of Christians or crazy people in the north compared to the south. Or for example, Canada. Canada, I think, is the most educated and atheist country in the world. They have, of course, a few
Mm-hmm.
Christians, a few Catholics and Jews and Muslims and Buddhists and Hindus, but like majority of the people, they are like separated from religion. They may have their personal beliefs at home, but they don't have an organized religion like in the U.S. with the mega churches in Texas, for example.
Well, I think that the United Kingdom as a whole, United Kingdom in its protect or its Commonwealth, those all seem to be very secular. The Australians are very secular. The New Zealanders are very secular. There's hardly any influence really in politics for them. The United States is unique in the fact that religion impacts our politics for some damn reason.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of taxpayers' money that are going to support Israel, for example, and the wars, and the religions, and the indoctrinations in schools, because they believe they are a Christian nation, but they are not fulfilling their requirements to be a Christian nation, because they don't even help the poor, or they don't even care about people. They are just racist. But that's another thing. What do you think about the UK and what's going on with this new era? Because this is definitely a new era because there is no queen anymore.
Well, we're going to be. It's going to be a little while before we know what's going on with the new regime. With instead of the queen being in charge, I hate calling him the king, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Things we really can't call it yet. It's too early. It's like trying to say what a president's going to do in the United States within the first 2 weeks when he's in office. It's like he can't call it. Usually we don't realize what a president's done until about 4 or 5 years after they've left office.
Right. I think it's just gonna fail. I mean, it is not going to have success.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the British people like him as a king, or even their own family. The son, Prince Harry, I think, escaped to Canada because he doesn't even want to be in the crown and in the royalty, and the British
Mm-hmm.
are getting a brand new mentality about it because and well, politics are very complicated because no system works really. Communism or democracy is
Mm-hmm. Well,
a fantasy. It doesn't really.
I don't really discuss much in here because whole is apolitical. What person's politics is their individual thing, and I don't really like to discuss politics because politics drive me up the wall. There's
Okay, well,
no
I
matter what you
understand.
do for your voting, it doesn't matter who you vote for. It's still two sides of the same coin. You're going to wind up with. Let's see. We have the. I got a kick out of something I saw from Australia. We've got um, the shit party and the more shit party. So it doesn't matter which one. You're still going to wind up with a load of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I know politics are complicated, but there is no Satanist nation in the world. Only
No, there
Morocco
isn't.
has a flag that looks like a Satanist flag because it's red and has a pentagram, but it is not
Well, we wouldn't
related
want to have
at
it.
all to. Hmm?
Yeah, but we wouldn't want to have that happen. It's just like we don't want to. We don't think anybody and everybody should become a Satanist as Satanists because it's not for everybody. This entire philosophy and way of life is
So
not
who
for
is this
everybody.
for, according to you?
People that have, when they've read through the basic first book, the Satanic Bible, and it vibes for them, and they feel that they've already been doing that, they go on to pursue more research into what Satanism is from that perspective. And if it's something they feel they've been living, they feel like the philosophy vibes with them, um, they're Satanist. There's no, hey, we're going to make you a Satanist. No, that doesn't happen. And we, and Satanism is apolitical, so it would never be involved in politics.
Right. But I mean, does that mean if they really believe there is someone new that really believes that Satanism is for them, should they follow something like have a different lifestyle, like go to church to praise something, or they have to do something in their daily lives, or what does that mean if someone wants to start believing in this new thing?
Well, there are rituals, but they're all personal. It's never conducted in a group anymore. The grotto system was disbanded in 1973. So I'm using the name Grotto just because I like it. But the Grotto system was disbanded because it's no longer necessary. We have the internet, especially today, where like-minded individuals get together and talk about things. But it's not organized in any fashion. The only thing there is the Church of Satan. You can pay your $225 one-time fee to become a member. They do a background check on you. They run you worthy to get a membership. They send you a card.
So it's just a
So you
membership
have to,
kind of thing.
yeah, it's just a membership. It's just a membership. I am an unaffiliated Satanist, meaning I don't belong to any organizations.
Okay.
So my viewpoint on Satanism is different from, say, somebody who might be a COS member, or even another unaffiliated Satanist may have other views than I do. So
Okay. Well, the way you explain it sounds like the way they do for other kind of villages, like Masonry. They also have kind of memberships. They don't worship something, but it's just like a secret society where people
the thing
agree
is,
with the
though,
same kind of belief.
that's just the thing with Masonry, though, is that you have to believe in something. You have to believe in some type of a ultimate power to be a Mason.
Yeah, like like something imaginary, like an ultimate power. But it's kind of the same with Satanism, because you don't believe really there is a god, or this picture in the background is just a philosophy, not really
Yeah.
believing that there is someone in the sky or in another planet like that that will respond to your requests if you are part of the membership.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
Have
need to
you?
switch. I need to switch devices, so I'm going to do a reset because this one's running low on battery and I've only got one charger.
Okay.
So I'll be back in about 5 minutes or less. Alrighty, back together. All right, here we go. We're back on here, having a little bit of fun. Getting everything set up here so I can read the screen because I'm blind. There we are. That's much better. I can at least read the screen now. And we'll get a little more light on the subject here in a minute. Welcome. Welcome back to Ask a Satanist with Grumps. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Or if you feel froggy, come on up. Just remember, this is being broadcast simultaneously on YouTube and TikTok. Now, where's my sound thing? One thing before we really get going here again, I'd like to thank everybody, and I do mean everybody, for the fabulous reaching 3,000 followers. That is awesome. I can't tell you how awesome it is, but maybe the crowd can tell me how awesome it is. Oh, yes, it's very awesome. Very awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Doing quite well. How about you?
I'm fine too.
So, do you have a question for a Satanist?
Yeah, can you tell me what Satanism is?
Oh, yes, I can tell you what Satanism is. So, from my perspective,
Yeah.
Satanism was defined by Anton Szandor LaVey when he published the Satanic Bible in 1969. It is an atheistic religion that adheres to an Epicurean philosophy, meaning that we embrace life to the fullest and enjoy all, and I do mean all, it has to offer. What separates us from your typical atheist is that we don't stop with the answer to whether God exists, which atheism says, no, God does not exist. And we move on to say that we have a suggested, that's a key word there, suggested moral code and way of life. Satan to us is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as an external metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. We do not believe in Satan as a entity or person or being or anything. It comes from a Hebrew word that's translated in English to Satan, meaning adversary, accuser, and oppressor.
Thank you
So,
very much.
you have any more questions into that? I can go deeper. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
this is very satisfactory.
I'm sorry.
Very much satisfactory.
Okay.
Enough, enough. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.
All right. Thank you. Now we'll make sure this thing's picking up on all the right things. And anybody else have any questions? Satan stole your lunch money? I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have reset, but hey, I needed to. The moment everybody's coming through like shiny. All Satanists are atheists, but not all atheists are Satanists. So if anybody has any questions, feel free. I'll probably switch this over to the solid background here in a little bit, but there are certain things I just don't put up with. If anybody's asking about Illuminati, they need to go away because I have nothing to do with the Illuminati. The Illuminati, it was disbanded in the 1770s. Conspiracy theories are not welcome here. If you'd like to talk about a few things, I'm willing to talk. I tell you, this is going to get interesting because Grumps has an adult beverage. Oh crap, I just dropped something on the floor. Something that's very important tonight. So if anybody has any questions, I'm willing to answer them as best I can. Wonder what happens if I shrink this down a bit so I can see what's going on. I need one more monitor is what I need. Do you want to build a snowman? I want to build something, that's for sure. Hello, welcome everyone. Tonight I'm taking questions on Satanism. And if you want to get into it, we can get into atheism. We can do all sorts of things. I have nothing. If you want to talk about something to do with why you think I'm wrong, go ahead and come on up. I'd gladly talk to you. But who knows? Who knows what type of fun we're going to have tonight? I'm all for having fun. Bring it on! I believe that Satan is the concept that people just picked up. All right, could you go into that a little bit more? Oh, what do we got here? We got a guest request. Ahoy.
Hello.
So what can I do for you tonight?
I need to be your member. Hi,
Hi.
can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I've stated this many times in my lives. There's no way I can do anything about membership. I have no control over membership. I'm unaffiliated. Is there any other question you have, or are you just you think that you're going to get something in the way of power or something if you become a Satanist?
Okay, my question is, what is the aim of uh, uh, this element?
What is the aim of this? It's to answer questions on Satanism and try to disprove all the misconceptions, one of which is you can't gain money or power if you become a Satanist. It can be one of your goals to do such as a Satanist, but you don't automatically get it because there is no contract with anything. We don't believe in an actual Satan.
Okay, okay, okay. Is there any connection with Satan?
No, Satan is a non-entity. Satan to us is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as an external metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. We do not believe in a literal Satan. It is a
Okay,
metaphor.
okay, okay. Thank you.
I really need to get that soundbite made. The elements are earth, wind, fire, and air. You forgot the fifth one. If you're talking about elements, there's five of them. So, I am interested in anybody who'd like to ask a legitimate question, not about how to join, not how to join the Illuminati, not how to get rich. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to come up and discuss why I shouldn't be a Satanist? Actually, the church didn't invent Satan. The church had nothing to do with the word Satan. The church borrowed it from the previous religion that Christianity is based on. Gallifrey girl, what is that nonsense lately? I really don't know what the nonsense is. For some reason, people out of a certain portion of the world think that we have connection to the Illuminati, that we can get them power, we can get them money, and it's annoying. I believe in day and night, but they're not opposites. They're just a matter of where the sun is. When the sun is, when the Earth has rotated to the point where we no longer are facing the sun, it is night. When this point that you're living on rotates back around, it is daytime. Why should I enlighten you? Vinny Vinny VC? I am a Satanist as defined by Anton Szandor LaVey. when he published the Satanic Bible in 1969. It is an atheistic religion that adheres to an Epicurean philosophy, meaning we embrace life and all, and I do mean all that it has to offer. What separates us from a normal atheist is that we don't stop at the answer to the question of God's existence, which we say no, and atheists say no, there is no God, and have a suggested, meaning it's not compulsory, moral code and way of life. Satan to us is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as an external metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. We do not believe in a literal Satan. We do not believe in devils. We do not believe in any supernatural entities. Why not what? What's your proof of a creator? It's too bad you don't have enough followers. I can't bring you up here, Taylor. There is no place of worship. As above, so below. Male, female, beast, and man. We are all composed of duality. I love it when people say, but I can prove it, but I don't have enough followers to come up there and talk to you about it. All right, so should we have a nice little. I am not going to go into the slavery subject. The slavery subject is a beaten horse. Satanists believe a lie and prove it. The end prove it. What? That makes no sense. And Jesus also said, whatever you ask in the name of the Father shall be granted unto you. Well, that doesn't work. I know many people have asked in the name of the Father who would love to have been healed and love to have this, that done for them, but they don't get an answer. They get the, you don't need that answer. Picture behind me is Baphomet, which is an illustration that was conceived by a alchemist by the name of Alphys Levi, and it stands for duality, as above, so below, male, female, man, and beast. The hooves represent the trotting upon the earth. The wings represent soaring above the earth. Oh, Mr. Friendly. How many followers do you have, Mr. Friendly? Oh, you have 4. You can't come up and defend that. Too bad. I'd love to have you defend it. Gaslighting in 3, 2, 1. Oh, here we go again. What is my least favorite question? How do I join the Illuminati? That's my least favorite. Are you a new Satanist? Well, I've been a Satanist for about 3 years. I don't believe in either one. Satanism is an atheistic view. All Satanists are atheists, but not all atheists are Satanists. It's just too bad that some of y'all don't have enough followers to put your words in. No, Satan is not Lucifer. Lucifer is either a pagan deity or a mislabeling of something that was translated. Lucifer in being so powerful and falling from that power. What do I like about Satanism? It agrees with me. It does exactly what it says on the let go. It's a metaphorical projection of my highest potential. So it lets me let go of things that have been keeping me grounded away from what I could be. Don't get any questions? You know what I could do? I could start telling bad dad jokes. Yes, I was an atheist for about 3 years before I discovered that I was a Satanist. You don't become a Satanist. What's the requirement of someone to be a Satanist? To already have been one and realize that you are one. And the easiest way to find out whether you're a Satanist is to read the Satanic Bible. If it vibes with you, you might be a Satanist. What's love got to do with it? Ah, you're trying to learn. Then go get yourself a copy of the Satanic Bible and read it. What's love got to do with it? Well, thank you if I look like Dr. Evil. What's the purpose of your life then? As Douglas Adams wrote, life is what you make it. He said the meaning of life is 42, which is the universal ASCII numeral for the character known as the asterisk, which means wild card. So life is what you make of it. So, anybody would like to come up and be a guest? That would be amazing. Kath and Merlin say hello. No, there is no afterlife. My afterlife will be feeding a tree. Never mind, I got it. Is this the people that worship the devil religion? Oh, here we go again. No, that would be devil worship. No, I'm drinking apple juice. What type of question is that anyway? Step right up, step right up. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. Come on. I know you have some questions. Come on. I know somebody has a question out there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do your thing, Ree. Well, I am my own highest power. You can't join. You're either born a Satanist or you never will be one. Come on, I'm needing questions. Ask me some questions. You can find it on Amazon. $9.95. All right, I got to find out what this one says. I can't remember. Ah, a wizard is is never late. No, because the rapture won't happen. That is not even biblical. Are cats Satanists? I don't know. Dancing under the moonlight. Well, hello. It's nice to see you. I'm doing quite well. Nemeril.
Sorry, the service requested is not available. Thank you for calling. Please hang up.
Satanists are just metal atheists? Well, that's your opinion. Yes, I don't believe in God or Satan. That's because all Satanists are atheists, but not all atheists are Satanists. What's up, Roofer? Tell you, for the most part, tonight's just a big bunch of I'm really beginning to think I should have done my other soundboard editions. Gods are a figment of the imagination. Well, they're a figment, that's all. That's for sure. You helium. You were generally asking interesting questions. Well, not really. I didn't find them very interesting. Don't care. Word of God's a great piece of fiction. I don't know. Surprised me. I still have an empty box that can be filled. Does somebody want to come into my box? I think he did listen to mostly classical music. And he was a composer himself. Yeah, I haven't listened to much of his music yet. I need to. All right, let's get this party started, people. Come on.
Holy Jesus.
Come. I mean, I knew you would come, but you've come. I have come.
You know, I always get told,
You work for the devil.
I don't know why. I don't want to run anything except my own life. I just got one question. What are my thoughts on demonology? Pointless thing to study, in my opinion. But if you're into it, more power to you. And I just love it when Christians go around going,
Faith is our shield. Oh my.
I agree, morals are subjective. So what is Satanist? Is that the same as a satanic cult? I honestly don't know. Satanic cults were something that evangelicals have dreamed up, going, look at these people, they're so satanic. I'm sorry. If you want to join a cult, go right ahead, but Satanism is not a cult. We don't have a very charismatic leader. Ooh. If I don't look out, I'm going to get over the head. So let's make the Christians feel welcome. Go ahead if you feel like telling me that I don't know.
You fuckers need Jesus.
Go ahead, let me know. Slap, that's not necessary. You know, that kind of
Thank you for creeping up my night, and Jesus be with you.
I am an atheist. Thank you very much. As I keep on saying over and over again,
All Satanists are atheists, but not all atheists are Satanists.
well, I'm glad you asked. Difference between Satanism and atheism. Atheism is the answer to one question and one question only. Does God exist? To which an atheist says no. We go a little bit step further and we actually have a suggested moral code and a suggested way of life. No, Satanist doesn't believe God exists. Once again, if the thing will work.
All Satanists are atheists, but not all atheists are Satanists.
Oh, but I'm sorry, I've probably seen the same amount of shite in my lifetime, and I don't believe that God exists. Isn't Satanism acting upon their emotions? Well, we give in to our carnal human desires, if that's what you're referring to. I still have a blank box over here. Come on, doesn't anybody want to come up here and try and convince me I'm wrong, or at least ask why are we here? Because we're here. Roll the bones. Just roll the bones. Why does it happen? Because it happens. Roll the bones. Oh, Titan! Titan, your anus has arrived on the other platform. And I almost missed it. I'm not able to get there, my friend. Yeah, I'm freezing and lagging. That happens. I can always try a reset, but I've got 42 people in the room. Will all 42 people come back? That's the question. Jesus, Holy Trinity is the only true, real God. Be Orthodox. Don't block them. Don't block them yet. Don't block them yet. That's Nicholas. That's Nicholas, huh? Well, it doesn't look like Nicholas. You're able to come up and defend that. You can block him if you want to. Why don't you come on up here and talk to me about it, Nicholas? Come on. Come on up. Don't be afraid. I don't bite much. Do I celebrate any holidays? Of course I celebrate holidays. It's part of having fun. I'm all about having fun. The most important holiday is my birthday, so yes, it is wrong to teach children Satanism. Let them decide for themselves. Hello, Mario.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. So what can I do for you tonight?
So my question is, because you're Satanism, so do you actually believe in Satan, or are you an atheist?
Satanism is an atheistic philosophy or religion.
Oh, okay, so you're an atheist. That's
Yep.
cool. So you guys don't do warships or anything like that, right?
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
We
because
do
I know,
ritual, but some of us do rituals, but they have nothing to do with,
like,
uh,
worshiping your god or
yeah,
Baphomet or whoever.
yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I noticed you know, some Satanism church that they have been going around where they have like Baphomet and right there, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what they do there, you know, if they worship them or what they do exactly, you know.
Well, if you're referring to the Satanic Temple, they were originally devil worshippers.
Oh, so those guys do believe in the devil.
No, well, I don't know if they do anymore, but they originally were a devil worshipping cult.
Oh, okay, but you, I mean, that wouldn't make them an atheist then, right? I mean, that would make them a
Well,
believer.
they claim to be non
Yeah, they claim not to be.
non-theological.
Yeah, they claim not to be non-theological, but technically, since they believe in Satan, they can't really make that claim.
Well,
Is that right?
the thing is, though, is that I don't know what they believe currently. I've disassociated myself with the Satanic Temple a while back. So,
All right, cool, cool. So, what do you like? Do you guys do anything, you know, like for your community or anything like that? Like,
as individuals, we do, but that's our personal choice.
all right,
It's
cool.
not something we do as an organization.
Yeah, no, I thought so. I thought they like. I didn't think you were atheist. I thought that you were actually like, you know, a Satan worshiper or something like that. So, you know, I
No.
just all right, cool, cool. So yeah, man. I mean, I was just, you know, tuning in, just checking it out. You know, that was just my only question.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, man. All right, man. Thank you.
Hmm. No. If I thought God was speaking to me, I would seek professional help because I'm hearing voices. Any other questions? Anybody else want to come and jump in my box? What Satan will do, give you the reward you that God can't. What is the need for Satan? I don't have a need for Satan. Satan is a metaphorical projection of my highest potential. Ahoy.
Well, that I've been on TikTok almost a year, and I've never seen a. It says, "Ask a Satanist." Okay,
Yes.
question number one. I'm fascinated. What is a Satanist?
Well, as I view Satanism as defined by Anton Szandor LaVey when he published the Satanic Bible in 1969. It is an atheistic religion that adheres to an Epicurean philosophy, meaning we embrace life and all that it has to offer. All of those things that we're told are sins by the uh, Roman Catholics. And it's basically it's a form of atheism, but we actually have our suggested moral code and a suggested way of life.
Well, I was told by to be a member of the Roman Catholic Church that if I wasn't part of their church, I was going to hell. And let me ask you this with in all sincerity. Where or what is hell according to a Satanist?
Nothing. It's a pipe dream.
Are you no, I've never had this conversation in 63 years of my life with anybody on earth as far as I know that I remember. But
Yeah.
is it like a void, like a black hole in the universe that nobody you go in and nothing and no one ever comes out, or what? What
I
is?
personally don't believe in hell. I personally don't believe in hell or heaven. So.
Oh, well,
to me,
somebody
it's
here
a
in the comments, somebody says it's here, and I'm like, man, wherever they are, I'm not visiting. You know what I mean? I just saw a comment. It says because I asked a question and they answered like you did, so I appreciate your answer. But someone said it's here, and I'm like, well, it's either here or there because it's not here because I'm at peace. You know what I mean? What's your
Yeah.
how long have you been on TikTok? I've been doing this about a year.
I've been on TikTok for about 4 years.
Hey, this might sound funny, but I like your name, Grumpy. Are you like Forrest Grumpy?
No, I'm. It's an ironic name.
Get it, Forrest Grump.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did get it. The only reason why I'm going, what do I have? What would I say to that? Oh, I don't have that one loaded. Um, that is one of those things that's like, oh, it reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. I don't know how many times we watched Forrest Gump.
Oh wow.
It's an annoying film for me.
Well,
Did you have any other?
that
Go ahead.
yeah, unaffiliated mature life. I'd never seen you on TikTok. That's one reason I came in. And if you look at my profile page, I sell nothing. I don't need anything from anybody. I just do it for personal entertainment, I guess, because USA is, which is where I'm from, is basically an
Yeah.
entertainment culture. So, hey, I've
Well, so
seen
you
some people
so
do
so
what you're
you
doing.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry, I
No, I was just
interrupted.
gonna say, so as the kids say, you do it for the lulz.
Well, believe it or not, I've been able to talk to some other people, humans like you, in other
Hmm.
places on Earth I'll probably never go to.
Oh yeah, that's one of the most fantastic things about it. I've been online in some form or another for, oh gosh, let's see, I'd have to do the math here. It's getting easier to do the math. 18. Okay, so let's see. No, that's not 18. It's 28, 38 years I've been online.
Wow.
No, yeah, 38
Oh,
years I've been online in one form or another.
well, presumptuous of me. You must be West Coast California then, because they were the early adopters, I think. I don't know.
No, I'm from the mid part of the country.
No way, Jose. You don't sound like a country guy. You have a nice beard, though, by the way. I'm envious of
Huh.
people who grow long beards. I've never gotten a long beard.
Thank you. No, I'm from. I am from about the most center part of the country you can get. So,
Oh, you were doing math. The country is approximately the Mississippi River, which is not the longest river in America, by the way. Missouri River is
no,
actually longer than the
I'm
Mississippi.
closer to that one. I'm closer to that one.
Wow. Hey, bear with me. I don't think I've studied geography probably since fourth grade. I don't know. Okay.
Go big
It's coming
red.
from inside my house. Ah!
No, it's go big red.
Oh, red. Oh man, boy, you're teasing. Wait, you have wings? Oh, this is good. Okay, you have red. The clue, the password is red. Wait,
Yes.
is it RED or is it READ? Are you trying to trick me? You
I'm
Satanist.
not trying to trick you. The other hint is we have the most sold out college football team in America.
Boy, you're stumping me because I don't watch TV. Don't hold it against me. Okay. Now,
And we're not for
technically,
everybody.
okay, but a plastic
Go
cell phone.
Cornhuskers.
Oh, are they guessing or is that the
Yep,
correct answer?
there we have a winner in the
Uh,
chat
lady,
here.
ladies and gentlemen,
Nebraska.
with King Grumpy, we have a winner. The winner is, drum roll,
I don't have a
Jamie
drum roll.
James. Wow, he must be an ancestor of someone regionally because Jesse James, is what I'm told, was some kind of a legend. How, if I may ask, I guess that's a good question. May I ask you a question again?
Yes, please. That's what this live is for. Questions.
Boy, man, you're not trying to trick me. You sure you're a Satanist?
But there's the thing. Most people think that we're evil and we're not. And I am pausing like it.
Wait a minute.
Don't
There's no malfeces here, is there? I can't
So
spell it, and I don't know what the Merriam-Webster definition of maltresis, or is it malfeces? I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Well, hey,
You're getting into $100 words now.
I'm not calling my ex-wife. All right.
Please don't. I refuse to call mine too.
Every time. Well, she could call collect, but I'd probably not accept it. After all, I'm on borrowed time and a borrowed cell phone.
Do they
Well,
actually have collect calls anymore?
When was the last time you found a working payphone? I want to see if
I
you're
don't know, but
really on Earth.
well, in the state capital, we have 6 of them.
Really?
Because it's a requirement that there be a payphone in the state
Oh,
capital.
by law?
Yeah, it's a constitutional thing.
Man, do
State
you know how many
constitution.
people? I'm sorry for interrupting you. Do you know how many people in my state could have been arrested during this COVID SARS-2 2019 variant number? That if you blow your nose or sneeze in a restaurant, you can be cited with a civil penalty.
Oh,
What has this,
nice.
as a Satanist, what has this world come to? Help me
I don't
understand,
know.
please.
I don't understand that one myself, but it's just like you shall not box with a kangaroo in one state.
Now I saw what was that
Monkey see,
thing?
monkey do has nothing to do with anything, but that's has to do with an animal. So
Okay, and don't use words like euphemism because then we have to go look it up, try to spell it, and I never want a spelling bee. How were you intellectually in school? Did you go to school, or I guess?
well, let's see here. They didn't have school back when I was a youngster. We just had to learn everything out of the our mother and father taught us, there was no schools. We had a one-room schoolhouse, but I wasn't allowed to go because I had to work on the ranch.
Well, you may be the only Satanist I have ever had a one-on-one conversation with. So I
Well,
appreciate your openness, your sincerity. You do seem to appear to have, is it one or two horns coming out of your profile head? Are you, I'm making an assumption, correct me if I'm wrong.
out
Well,
of my profile head, there's nothing coming out of my profile head. It's just a black and white image that I put over a seal, and I like it. So it's become my
were you,
symbol.
well,
All
I'm not
right,
a,
Rhea, you are now banned.
oh, Rhea, come on.
Please.
We're trying to have a civil concourse of some kind of communicative forum of
If I have a mod
verbalized.
in the room, please take care of lots of underscores, RIA, lots of underscores.
Why? Here's a good question. I've never asked you or a Satanist. Why do the
you.
goats? Why do the goats get a bad rap? Is that just urban legend, or
I don't
is there
know.
some basis to it?
I don't know. Goats are kind of cool. I like the
I
ones
mean,
that I like fainting goats. Those are fun.
oh my gosh. Hey, what makes them faint now that we're on that topic?
I have no idea really. I just like watching videos and going, man.
It wasn't because they heard me trying to be a wannabe rapper as Dan the Driving Man, was it?
Oh please, no rap.
Hey, no.
I hate rap. I hate
Yeah.
rap.
Well,
All I can hear is crap. Oh.
but hate is a human emotion. We all have them.
Yes.
But it's weird because your
like the end of
glasses
our
with I'm sorry. See, I'm not good on videography. Actually, I only took one class in filmmaking, like in high school. I don't remember what grade I got, but I think I spent more time walking the hall or being sent to the principal's office than probably most children. Uh, so I was kind of in defiance in that regard. Does that qualify me to be a potential candidate to be? How? That's a good question. How do you become a Satanist?
you don't become a Satanist. You were
You don't?
born one, Satanic Bible, and it just kind of vibes with you.
Well, come to think of it, I don't believe I've ever seen or read a Satanic Bible.
Well, it was published by Anton LaVey in 1969 and it's available on Amazon for $9.95.
Well,
and I wish I had my code that I could give you so you could, if you purchased it, I would get a little kickback for it. But I don't have my code.
Now, do goats normally kick? I've never been kicked by a goat. I've had a cow try to kick me.
I grew up on a ranch where we had about 800 head of cattle. So.
Wow. Did you ever have any of your cattle alien abducted?
No, we did not have any of them there alien abductions. That would be up there in like Montana and down there in Texas.
Man, I've never met a comedian who was a Satanist.
Well, the thing is, I just like doing voices, so.
Well, how can a Satanist be superior if they didn't come up with it until 1969?
Well, you see, it wasn't codified until then. Or if you prefer the word codified.
Oh man, I do like fish, so don't make this story too fishy. It won't be believable. But then again, you could be trying to trick me, right?
No, I don't try to trick anybody, but I'm just trying
Well,
to offer up these little things that are answering questions because there's so much misinformation. Thanks to the Satanic Panic of the late 70s, early 80s, and into today. Thanks to
Satanic
the
Panic. I've never
evangelical
heard that
aliens.
coin phrase.
You never heard of Satanic Panic? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, you don't watch TV at all, have you?
Well, okay, you're not God and you're a Satanist, but I can't lie to you. Yes, I have watched TV.
Okay. Do you remember Geraldo Rivera?
I think he was a chick magnet, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, his brother was a sportscaster, but anyway, Geraldo Rivera had this thing on the 80s where he had a little interview television show like Phil Donahue. And he was, yeah, okay, you kids. So Phil Donahue was this talk show host that was in the 80s, and he was real popular. Anyway, he was better than, never mind.
You got a ring on.
Well,
Is that symbol? Is it symbolism? You have a ring on your. Is that your left
yes,
hand?
it's my right hand.
Oh, well, how come your right hand? Your right hand, man, you are tricky. It looks like your left. Your right hand is your left hand.
Well, it'd be like if I'm facing you. Extend my right hand. Shake hands. We reach crossed.
Wow. Now, I guess there's some polarity of the manual visual manifestation. Is that like a form of IDEX? What do they call it?
I don't know.
I know.
You're getting into those things of science that I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you remember Thomas Dolby? I'm not totally
Blinded me with science. Yes, she did.
yes. That was a good one.
But anyway, so did you have any more questions? I have somebody who's waiting to come up.
Yeah. Oh, I apologize because I try to. Now, as a Satanist, can you love other people as a Satanist?
Are you kidding me? One of the things as a Satanist is we give into our carnal desires a lot.
Oh. Wait, car desires or carnal?
Carnal.
Carnal.
Given
Is that here on Earth?
I am. Oh, I lost him. Well, thank you for coming up here. I've already forgotten who you are. Anyway, thank you for coming up. Does anybody else want to jump in my box? Yes, the phrasing is appropriate here, Titan. It is supposed to be that way. Well, that was. Yeah, and that was kind of. Oh, I lost that one. Where'd it go? I lost one of my sounds. Where did it go?
That was easy.
Once again, the box is ready for anybody who wants to jump into it. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am now watching the text again, so I will try to answer anything in text. Maybe Jesus took it if you're lost. I don't know. Oh, you think so? I think so too. But hey, I am Lucifer also. I am Lucifer. Luciferian. Well, we all can't be perfect.
Damn, I'm good.
What's the basis of Luciferianism?
Oh, here we go again.
Wow, I am lagging like a donkey through mud. Ah, Satanism. It's not for everyone. Let me tell you how this is going to work. Believe in your inner light flame. What's a life? Gods are fictional. Not gonna lie. Well, you know, it's really okay if you're learning your way. It's always fun finding out where you're headed. I still think I should do, Reaper. We should do bad advice. We really need to start doing bad advice. Unholy spooky rites. What's going on, my friend? Welcome. Yes, Satanists do not believe in Satan, Triff 402. We've been over this before. I don't know how you can join. If you want to join, you can cash at me approximately. Never mind. You really can't. You can't join anything. You're either born a Satanist or you will never be a Satanist. All right. I'll bring you in here. But if I can't hear you, there's a problem. Okay, what's going on?
Not much. Question: what happens to Satanists when they die? Like, what is your belief?
Well, me personally, I will feed a tree and cease to exist.
So you think it's just total blackout after you die?
There's nothing beyond this life. That's why we live it to the fullest we possibly can.
Isn't sleeping a very close cousin of death?
No,
No. What about people who said they
no.
died, went to heaven and came back, or they went to hell and came back?
That's the brain does wonderful things when it releases a lot of dopamine, and you experience some things that are either indoctrinated into you, or you're actually experiencing the birth canal. It's all a thing that is a fabrication of your mind. It just depends on how much indoctrination you've had about going to heaven, seeing people, hearing voices. Don't go into the light. Well, the light there is when you were born, and that's the light at the end of the tunnel.
What made you become a Satanist, and were your parents godly people or no?
Um, my parents were believers in Christianity, yes. Godly people, what in the world does that mean? Can you explain that one?
Godly people mean that we're supposed to display the likeness of God, holiness,
Well, you
love,
see,
forgiveness,
since
patience.
I don't believe in God, I don't think anybody reflects God.
No, okay, that's fair.
And why did I
So
become a
if
Satanist? I didn't become a Satanist. I was born a Satanist. I didn't realize it until later on in my life.
so, just like you just said, what is godliness? What is Satan? What is the characteristics of a Satanist? Like,
The
how do you know
characteristics
you're
of
being? How do you know you're representing Satan if you've never seen him?
I don't be well. Satan doesn't exist either.
Okay, so how do you represent somebody who doesn't exist?
I don't. I represent myself. A Satanist is about, Satanism is about self-empowerment. It is not about worshiping some fictitious thing that is the opposition to some fictitious good thing.
Okay, right, has the right to believe. I appreciate you letting me talk. Come on your live platform. Thank you so much.
Hey, not a problem. Anytime.
You have a great day.
But thank you for your questions. I'm going to bring up another guest.
Okay, man, cool.
All right. So, hello. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Excellent. Excellent. What can I do for you tonight?
Do you exist?
Do I exist? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
want to know.
I might be
Even
a
myself,
figment of
because
somebody's
I'm
imagination.
confused. I am myself confused.
You're confused? How are you confused?
Yeah. Were you born like this? Also like me?
I don't know. When I say I'm born, Satanists are born, not made. It means there is no way to convert. You are
That's what
either
I'm
a
saying. I
Satanist
want
or
to
you're not.
confirm. Do you really exist?
Do I exist?
Yeah,
I
of
don't know.
course.
You're talking to me.
With
I
myself,
could
I
be a
don't know
figment
even.
of your imagination.
Hey?
I could be a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But and I have to ask because I have to ask to know because I too I don't exist at all.
The only thing I will say about 09A Reaper is they're a
Okay,
bunch of
going.
idiots.
Do you go
But
back to the
anyway,
real world now? Hello, do you go back to the real world now?
oh, too much background noise, my friend. I'm not going to be able to hear you. So, did you have a question?
Hello?
Hello, did you have a
Yes,
question?
yes.
What's your question?
Yeah, I want to know if I want to. Yeah, I want to know if I want to join your church. How can I join that church?
I've repeated over and over. You can't join. You are either one or you're not. Please tell your friends to stop asking me these questions, especially from that part of the world. I do not have anything to do with the Illuminati. I have nothing to do with your ability to join Satanism. I have nothing in the way of helping you earn money. You want to see a grumpy Satanist? You're about ready to see one. Why not? Why not be a Satanist? I'm a Satanist because that's the way I am. What demons? There are no demons. Demons are as real as the tooth fairy. Jesus is the Lord. Jesus is Lord of what? I don't worship Satan. Satan is a fictitious character. Satan to us is a metaphor. Why would I see a demon? Demons don't exist. Ah, but you see, Ree, if they preach in here, that makes everything go up higher. Do you believe about the paranormal phenomena activity? The paranormal and the phenomena and activity is something that can be usually explained if investigated enough. you believe there's a place called heaven? No. So you're a Satanist for attention? No. Have you seen Satan? Why? How would I see Satan? The only Satan I've ever seen is what is that really funny thing that was on Adult Swim? That had a good Satan in it. Where do people go when they die? Their energy returns to the state it was before it became a solidified human being. No, not cow and chicken. It's the one where they were interns in hell. What do you think of the Temple of Set? I don't have a very high opinion of the Temple of Set. How do you become a Satanist? You don't become a Satanist. You either are one or you're not. You read the Satanic Bible. If it vibes with you, you might be a Satanist. Then you go on to read Gilmore's book, and then you read another book. Just keep reading, and if you agree with the things that you're reading about, you just might be a Satanist. Uh, most of the time, demon possession classically was uh, some form of psychological issue. And as far as those who do the things like where you see the demons cast out on TV shows and stuff like that, that's all, like I'm talking about the evangelical shows. Those are staged events, or it's somebody going, this is what it must be that I need to do because I feel like I'm possessed because they've been indoctrinated into it. Jesus is Lord. How is Joshua Lord? Do you interact with Satan? No. Yeah, they think that we worship demons. That's one of the reasons why I'm up here answering questions. I get so tired of the misconceptions. Do you do rituals from the Satanic Bible? Me personally, I don't do any of the rituals in the Satanic Bible. Am I going to have to take away your gavels? Oh, if anybody would like to get in touch with the Illuminati, there's a person over on the other platform named Titan Uranus that would love to have you DM them so they can give you information on how to get in touch with them. I'm your fear. I'm your nightmare. Good docs out there on everything. Oh, can you name a documentary? What are we talking about? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I bet you really serve the Lord. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. Oh, God. It's not very compelling when people rebuke people. Why should I ask an idiot? Why should you continue to be such a...
Oh my.
No, they do it because they've been indoctrinated from the pulpit to think that anybody who calls themselves a Satanist must be a devil worshiper. And do I care? No. I'm your fear. I'm your nightmare. Hiding in the shadows.
Access denied.
That was for you, Trent Meister. So I'm going to be going for about another 15 more minutes. If anybody has any legitimate questions, I would love to hear them. Excuse me, Ree? Hey, Ree. What made me become a Satanist? Well, I didn't become a Satanist. I've always been one. I just realized it. But what turned me away from being a Christian? Study.
Oh. Like, oh my god.
I am not interested in Islam. Islam is just bad Judeo-Christian fan fiction. I'm not part of anything. It says up above here, see this word that says unaffiliated? That means I don't belong to any organization. Have I looked into Islam? Yes, I've read the Quran in two different translations because I can't read Arabic. Those weren't Satanists.
Was
Ahoy.
good. Good. Was good. I got a little couple questions. So, you said that. So, what is Satanism? I want to get it from your perspective. What is Satanism?
Satanism is it has to give it to the fullest. Because it is a representation of our highest potential. Because Satan represents. Oh, I'm going to lose it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my crib sheet. Satan is the symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as an external metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential.
So basically, what you're saying is, Satan is not like all.
I don't look at Satan as an actual entity. Satan does not exist. Neither does God.
So basically, it's just a word.
Mm-hmm. It means adversary, accuser, and opposer.
Okay, so that Baphomet, I know about that Baphomet behind. So what about that Baphomet?
Oh, Baphomet. I just use Baphomet because I like the duality symbolage.
So I'm pretty sure you do know about Freemasonry, Knights Templar, all that.
A bunch of old men running around thinking they belong to a brotherhood. Knights Templar, they no longer exist.
So you said Freemasons just a whole lot of old men. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you become a Freemason, which a Satanist can't because we don't believe in a higher power, but it's kind of an old man's club that will help you get jobs and stuff like that. At least that's a bunch of the things that I know about them. They're also. Are you talking about the Scottish Rite or normal Masonry?
Freemasonry, yeah.
Grand Lodge.
33 degree.
33rd degree Masonry is a degree of Masonry that is bestowed upon somebody as an honorific. It is not. It's something you can't obtain unless it's conferred upon you.
Yeah, you got to go through a lot of steps. They just don't want anybody.
Most of the time it's awarded posthumously, meaning after a person has died.
And where have you has the Satanic book written by Anti-LaVey, told y'all of that, or you didn't got some of your information outside of that, Satanic Bible?
Well, there's the Satanic Bible. There's a book by Peter H. Gilmore, who is the current head of the Church of Satan. And the Satanic philosophy can be found in a lot of things. One of my favorite authors is Robert A. Heinlein, and he has a lot of Satanic philosophy if you really look into it. And Douglas Adams has a lot of good philosophy. So does Neil Peart, the drummer of Rush that passed away a few years ago. He's got a lot of good philosophy in there. It's just pulling things that have a satanic vibe, and
So would you say that? Okay, so would you say in the Bible? You said you was talking about earlier. You said that it is some rituals you can perform that are in the Satanic Bible if you know what you're doing.
Well, the Satanic Bible does have a section on rituals, but I don't perform rituals myself.
Why don't you?
Because I just don't.
No. Okay.
The closest thing I do to ritual would probably be meditating on something. And everybody has rituals anyway. I mean, get up, do your daily constitutional, wash your hands, shave, whatever. Well, shave. That doesn't happen with me. Rituals are just a way of focusing things and
Yeah.
putting your energy into it. So, and that's all I gotta say on. That's all I gotta say on that.
So have you even looked at some of the rituals in the, you know what I'm saying, the Satanic Bible?
Yes, I've looked at the rituals. I just don't use any of them.
What's some of the rituals?
I don't know. Like I said, I've looked at them. That's about it. I can't
Okay.
recall anything off the top of my head. When I get to the page where it starts with the rituals, I usually start the book over.
So have there have there been any new books from the Satanic Bible, or there's only one Satanic Bible that was written?
There's only one Satanic Bible is published in 1969. There's been additional materials published by Peter H. Gilmore and a few others that are part of the Church of Satan.
And they
There's
were
a few other books by Anton LaVey, such as Satanic Rituals, which is a companion to the Satanic Bible.
So when it comes to Freemasonry, you do know about the symbolism, you know what I'm saying, with the hand gestures and all that?
I know about the grips, yes.
Okay. So you said that Freemasonry is, you know, basically just, well, yeah, it is a fraternity. And I believe what's it called? It's called the
Yeah,
the
well, you know,
Southern.
Masonry has nothing to do with Satanism. So if you want to ask a Mason, ask a Mason. I don't know that
So you
much
don't know
about
nothing.
Masonry, except that I've read Morals and Dogma by Pike.
So why do you feel like people get Satanism mixed up with Freemasonry?
Because they're ignorant. They're committing the chief sin of Satanism, which is stupidity.
So
And I can give you a description of that. That's a great one.
yeah, I like
Cardinal sin of Satanism is stupidity. On the top of the list of satanic sins, the cardinal sin of Satanism. It's too bad that stupidity isn't painful. Ignorance is one thing, but our society thrives increasingly on stupidity. It depends on people going along with whatever they are told. The media promotes a cultivated stupidity as a posture that is not only acceptable but laudable. Satanists must learn to see through the tricks and cannot afford to be stupid.
So what you're saying is Satanism is not evil.
Evil is subjective.
Okay.
One thing that you do is good, another person might think is evil. It's a subjective And hey, if people think I'm evil, more power to them.
I don't feel like it's necessarily people think you evil, but I feel like it's a thing of when a lot of us, regardless of really what religion, even if you're not in a religion, because I'm not in no religion, but I feel like it's a thing people, they see Satan, you know what I'm saying, and what we know from the historical, you know what I'm saying, like information about him, you know, from
Well, the
whatever
thing is,
source.
though, is it's Satan. That people don't understand what Satan is. Satan is just a descriptor, a title. It has nothing to do with an actual entity, because even in the Christian Gospels, their rabbi called Peter a Satan.
Because okay, so like you said earlier, yeah, we technically can say, you know what I'm saying, everyone does rituals, you know what I'm saying, like ritual is just a word, you know what I'm saying, but I would say that when it comes to how people perceive it, when we hear Satan, and we know it's the Satanic Bible, basically is like, okay, you know what I'm saying, this person.
Oh, they're going around unaliving children and animals. No, we don't do that.
You can speak for everybody? Every Satanist doesn't do that? You said
A person who belongs, that is a Levian Satanist, it does not practice any form of unaliving anything for personal gain.
How do you know that?
Because it's against our code.
It's the Satanic code.
Because Rules of the Earth number 9, do not harm little children.
So is it only specifically say little children? Does it say anything about killing overall? I said, does it? That's the only thing it says is do not the only thing, but when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, killing.
And number 10 is do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for your food.
So I'm saying, I was going to say Freemasonry is a fraternity.
Yes.
So
And I don't know anything about Freemasonry.
So what was the question I was going to I would say, like you said, evil is subjective to people, but in your personal, subjectives, like, would you say that there's anything evil in the Satanic Bible?
Again, evil is subjective.
I'm talking about you. Would you say there's anything evil in the Satanic
Personally,
Bible?
no, I don't see anything evil in it. That's why I say evil is subjective.
Okay. And so is Baphomet is used, correct me if I'm wrong, but Baphomet is used as, is it like
Baphomet is just a symbol I like.
just you like?
Yeah, it is used within the sigil of Baphomet is used as the one of the symbols of the Church of Satan, surrounded by the word Leviathan. And that's what this is on my hand here, if that shows up on the camera.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe this will show up better.
So that 5-pointed star right there, what does that represent? Baphomet, right?
Is the sigil of Baphomet.
Okay.
It's the Go to Mendez. I'm sorry. I keep on getting those confused, don't I?
So Baphomet has
I'm
to do.
getting a little bit, we won't say.
So Baphomet
Now,
has to, Baphomet has to do with Satanism,
Baphomet Baphomet is a symbol of duality, as above, so below. Creation, destruction, part beast, part man, part male, part female.
Why are there two children around the Baphomet?
There isn't. That is what the cosplayers have done to Baphomet. If you look at theirs, their Baphomet is only male, not male and female.
So basically, you're saying
when I
that
say cosplayers, I'm saying the Satanic Temple. They are misrepresenting what Baphomet is.
So basically, okay, would I be wrong to say Baphomet is a representation of Satanism?
It's one of the many symbols I think that we use, but it doesn't necessarily mean Satanism. It's actually an alchemical symbol.
So do any Satanisms use hand signs or symbolism, or that's only to Freemasons?
I have no idea. I've never experienced hand signs.
Okay. So how much do you know about?
Oh, I guess we do have one hand sign.
What? Devil horn? What does that represent?
What does it look like?
Devil horns, yeah.
Yeah. Ave Satanas. We don't say Ave Diabolo. We say Ave Satanas.
So,
you have any other questions? Okay.
I think most of my
I've been doing this for about 2 hours. I was thinking about wrapping it up.
Oh, for sure. Nah, I really I saw you had like the Satanist and all. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about that, and then also talk about some Freemasonry, but you said you don't really know a lot about that.
Well, like I said, I've read Albert Pike's book, Morals and Dogma. And he was the Grand Master of one of the lodges in the South, in the United States.
Okay. You said it was someone. Do they be going live on TikTok?
I don't know. I don't know any Freemasons personally. And wow.
Do you at least know about the oath though?
The Ordo Temporis Orientis.
What's that?
You said OTO?
No, I said the oath. Like it's an oath. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I am not a Mason. I do not know anything about Masonry. Find a Mason.
So okay, no. So you would say that when it comes to Satanism and Freemasonry, they have nothing in common?
They have nothing in common. They have nothing to do with each other because in order to be a Mason, you have to believe in a creator.
And Satanists do not believe in a creator.
We don't believe in any gods whatsoever.
Do y'all believe in science?
We believe in knowledge, so yes.
Now it was good talking to you though. You be safe though.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up and have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and end this tonight. Thank you all for coming. It has been a blast. But my throat is starting to go and I can't answer any more questions. So, hail Satan and hail thyself. And remember, ask a Satanist every Saturday night at midnight Central on the TikToks and on the tubes. Link in bio. Good night.
All right, here's hoping I wasn't repeating myself too much in here tonight. If you heard a little bit too much being repeated, I apologize. I forgot to mute when I had to reload the system. But anyway, thank you all for coming. Again, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on here. The links will be in the show notes. And with that being said, have a good night. Now, how do I stop this thing again? I always forget how to stop this thing. Oh well.